When I have a thought, I gotta let it out. It's a bright spot that I can't even doubt. My opinion, my point of view, even if things are a little chopped and screwed. So yeah, even if you disagree. So yeah, even if I'm not in your pedigree. So yeah, especially if you agree. So yeah, so yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you're listening to it. Welcome to the So Yeah podcast with your girly in charge, Caroline O'Diamond. Okay, so I'm about to say something that I know a lot of other people think about and wish they could say, but that is my gift to the world, is I say the things that you maybe shouldn't say, which also gets me in trouble sometimes. But I also think that it creates community, and that's my purpose. Purpose by Justin Bieber, okay? So I know that there are some like uncouth things that I shouldn't be asking about. And I want to know, because like at the end of the day, I'm nosy, I'm a researcher, I'm curious, whatever adjective / noun that you want to use about me, I'm all of those things. And you know what? Whatever. And I know that it's uncouth for me to ask these things, but I also know that everybody else feels this way. Okay, Caroline, what do you mean? What are some things? Okay. And again, my intention never is to like offend. It really isn't. When somebody is in a relationship and they post their relationship on social media in whatever capacity, maybe you're like, oh my God, anniversary, cute, love him, blah, 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 blah. Dating. And then, as an internet sleuth myself, you start to see them not post them so much anymore. Like, trouble in paradise. All of the main posts on the page taken down, archived. You're like, somebody broke up. Now, I believe that if you post your relationship online for the world to see, it is my right as the viewer to know what happened when you broke up. I'm nosy, okay? And don't hit me with the irreconcilable differences, okay? Because that just isn't, that's a little too kind, okay? Maybe we wanted different things out of life, okay? Or like, I need to know the details. I need to know why these two people separated and went different ways. Like, I gotta know, especially people who have been together for a long time. Like, I need to know. I'm nosy enough to know these things, okay? Also, and this is, I don't think, a hot take. I know that other people are curious about this too, but this is definitely uncouth to ask about. If somebody posts that somebody passed away and you don't share any details on how this person passed away, I'm going to want to know how this person died, okay? And it's all about language, right? Because if somebody has been sick, they said, with their long battle of X, Y, and Z, cancer, autoimmune disease, they were sick for a while, whatever that disease is, okay? Long battle which means they were sick, right? And then when you get hit with this is a shock, this is crazy, this came out of nowhere, that could be a couple different things, right? It could be suicide, it could be wrong place, wrong time, car accident, drug overdose, stuff like that. I want to know. I'm sorry. If it was a drug overdose, I want to know if it was a fentanyl attack. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm sorry, like, it's not that I'm being insensitive at all. I just think that, like, everybody's thinking it. And I think that, like, let's just, for clarity purposes, like, we all just know, so that we all can grieve properly or like give our condolences. But when everybody's like, how did it happen? You're creating more kerfuffle around the topic of like, how do they die, rather than like bringing more light and awareness to this person's life. That's my personal opinion. I understand that like something out of respect for the family, you don't want to ask too many questions. I just want to let everybody know now that's watching this podcast, if I die, well, when I die, not if I die, when I die, and whatever it is, whoever is running my Instagram page, which that is like also my nightmare, is like if I die, when I die, like somebody like logging into my Instagram. Anyway, but please just tell the people how I died. Please just tell the people how I died, because like everybody's gonna be curious. Everybody wants to know. I'm sorry. People want to know. And if you're like, no, I don't, you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to your bloodline. You're lying to everybody. Okay? We all want to know. So those are a couple of the uncouth things that I don't necessarily outright ask about. But if you are a homie and a friend, I'm definitely being like, now how? Now where? Now who? Because I want the tea. Piping hot.
Two fan favorites are back.
Honey, pepper, pimento. Pineapple, dragon fruit. They're back. They're so back. Yeah, they're bringing that flavor back. Honey, pepper, pimento. Yeah, that pimento. Pineapple, dragon fruit. Bringing that pineapple back. They're back. They're so back. Yeah, they're bringing that flavor back. They're so back. Honey, pepper, pimento. Pineapple, dragon fruit.
Which favorite will you choose?
So, really fun and exciting. I decided, because this is my podcast and I can do whatever I want, that I'm going to put my national commercial that I booked in the podcast for the summer, because it's going to be on TV all summer long. And I hope it plays a million times, because I will then get more residuals. I booked this commercial like the end of March into April, and it was an amazing experience. It was so freaking awesome, and led by Dina Thompson, who love her down. It was such a great experience, great dancer. So I will be playing the commercial in the podcast for probably the rest of summer. So we're back, so back, we're bringing that flavor back. Yeah. This part of the podcast is called Currently, and it's everything that I am currently reading, watching, and listening to. I talked about it last week in regards to reading, and I'm still reading, and now back to you, but I'm getting closer to the end, and it's getting so good. A little steamy, a little, what was that? I don't know. My ancestors would never be able to decipher what the fuck I talk about. But I'm still reading it, and I'm still going to put into the universe that I'm going to be a part of the movie. I will be. You heard it here first. And as for what I'm watching, I know I talked about it on the podcast a couple episodes ago, but I watched Before Sunrise a couple podcasts ago. And then the second movie in the series is Before Sunset, which is like years after. And they like see each other again, and it's just like so. I thought about both of these movies so long after I watched them, because it just has such a realness to it. And like sometimes though, you know, I love toda fantasia. Like I love things that are like, you know, in La La Land and Fantasyland. But there is something to say about like something that's so real and authentic to the human experience, and like how life just happens, and then you fall in love with other people, but you never stop thinking about that person, and blah, 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 all these things. And I think that script, I don't know if it was nominated for anything. It definitely should have been, but it's definitely gonna now, both of these movies, be in my rotation, because they really have had such an impact on me. Like the simplicity of the script, but the depth of it, the cinematography is beautiful. The lack of music that supports it, I think it also tends to the realness of it, because although I think I live in a musical, we don't actually live in a musical. There's not always music playing or whatever, and that's just like, again, the realness of life. So Before Sunset, it was very good. I was very into it. As for what I'm listening to, I have been, bumping not, for weeks now, Kim Petras' new album, Detour, is so good. I've been a Kim Petras fan for many, many years. I have listened to every project of hers. Some are better than others, but they're pop. I mean, it is pure pop. One of the dolls, one of the divas. And again, I've been friends. Well, I did meet her once. I did teach her the Unlock It choreo for the Greek theater. Yeah. I've been bumping that. But I've been a longtime fan of hers, and I've seen her live a few times. And one thing about Kim, she's a little like cuckoo, but that bitch can sing. That bitch has a voice behind her. She can fucking sing. And I love that she sings, and then she also uses auto-tune on her stuff too, which I love the balance of it all. Can't give me everything. I want it all. But her new album, Detour, is so good. I'm such a fan of it. Need for Speed is my personal song of the summer, in addition to a couple other songs. But that song, I've been simming on it. Cause you got another need for speed, so keep that shit on top of me. Couldn't forget with me. It's so good. It is pure pop fantasy. I also love DTLA. Way up, DTLA, way up. It's like so crack, boom, ha, yeah. That is what it's serving on a silver platter. I love 101, basketball. I mean, we were just talked about last week about the Knicks. Ball, yeah, ball. Oh yeah. But the album is really, really good. The songs that I didn't love, like as singles, like Jeep, have grown on me. Yes, Madison, it's grown on me too. But I am so happy for her. I know she was like having some like label problems, which is like the problem, right? It's, you need money to be an artist, but then you sign to a label and then they put you in a box and you can't be artistic, but then they also give you money, but then they don't give you the money in the right places because they're in control of the money. And it's so cyclical, and then you're like, I hate my label, get me out of this, and then blah, 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 blah. So this is an album that is not underneath her label, which, get it, girl. I'm here for it. I want all the girls to have complete ownership of their self, their artistry, and even if that means that you can't have dancers, that means you can't have dancers. That means that you just get your fucking microphone on stage, and that's all you got. That's all you got, babe. We make it work. We make it work. So listen to Kim Petras' new album, Detour. Happy Pride. Thank you so much for listening, watching, wherever you're consuming this podcast. I appreciate it. As always, whether you're a new fan, a couple episodes in fan, or you've been here since the beginning, I love you all just the same. Just kidding if you've been here since the top. That means I love you the most. It's true. Till next time. So yeah.